Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering. Here we have Ben on Bomberman versus Matt on Grixis Thieves. Bomberman, the sport guy Ruda, a blue-white build. Lion's Eye Diamond kicking things off. Interesting, it's a blue deck that doesn't get to run counters, but it does have Chalice of the Void, along with an explosive combo. There's an Urza's Saga. Oh, and a Chalice. Saga. Going to be able to make very large constructs in this deck. So many artifacts. Matt has a Leovold. That is going to prevent some card drawing. Actually, I'm trying to think of what that even has. I don't know that he has Echo. Yeah, he doesn't have Echo in this build. There are builds that also have Echo to go along with those Lion's Eye Diamonds. Typically, like a different build, I would argue. Urza. Bring in more constructs. And the constructs grow each other very effectively. They are artifact creatures, so exponential growth of constructs, pretty easy to underestimate. Another construct is added. Let's see, another Lion's Eye Diamond is grabbed with Urza's Saga. Between the companion Gyruda see. Also being able to tap for mana. It's like actually better. Oh, this is like a game winner right here. If Matt doesn't have a counter. So those Lion's Eye Diamonds able to tap for blue mana. Literally better than Black Lotus here. Just unbelievable. They're able to tap for blue to Urza, and then you sacrifice them to get 3 of any color. Outperforming Black Lotus. Just phenomenal power level. Matt does have a Force of Will, but that may just be delaying the inevitable. That Karn would have been able to fetch Mycosynth Lattice and lock the game up on the spot. Dead Matt able to hang in there for maybe another turn or two. I mean, these constructs are absolutely huge. Jump blocking territory. It's like 6/6s. I guess if he has endurance, he can double block and lose the Leovold. That would be fine. Take down a construct. Oh, actually opting to chump block. Interesting. I would have expected a double block there. 6 damage would have taken down one of those constructs. Survived a bit longer. I think Leovold not super valuable in this matchup, as pretty easy to make that mistake to think there could be some real benefit. I really think so. Jack Faden. Deal something. Oh no, he's just going to get some more information. So Jack plussing with Leovold out. Then only draws 1, then discards 2. Gets a little bit of information. Actually has a reader here. Not sure what it is. Oh, that's the new Hermit. So Matt digging for information here in game number 1. in a lost cause. Going to hope to pull it together for games 2 and 3. This is a totally valid tactic in a tournament setting, just to get that extra information. Of course, you would need to balance that against running out of time on the clock. Not a small thing to spend time in a losing effort in a situation where you only have 50 minutes to get 2 game wins. Jack, not at his strongest in this matchup. Not at his worst. I mean, there's a lot of artifacts to take. It's just they're not necessarily the most exciting things to grab. While that can hinder your opponent, generally not going to get a huge amount of utility out of them. Stealing a Mox Opal when you don't have Metalcraft, not the most exciting thing in the world. Stealing a Chalice of the Void doesn't really solve that problem at all. But Matt has counterspells on his side, lots of ways to impact the board. Urza's Saga feels like one of the more important cards here. Going to be essentially an uncounterable win condition that also turns itself into a Lion's Eye Diamond, which, as said earlier, is very often better than Black Lotus in this deck. The original Bomberman's using Black Lotus and Vintage. Very strong. I played quite a bit of that. I recall losing in the finals of a Mox Jet tournament. Salvagers had attempted to run Kataki instead of Energy Flux in the sideboard. That was a very valuable lesson. Sideboard cards need to be absolute bombs. Kataki, not quite enough versus an artifact-based strategy like Workshops. Energy Flux would have been. Kataki was kind of brushed aside. Able to pay the mana to keep the threats on board. Generally want your sideboard cards make you win when you draw them. That's my takeaway from 25 years of Magic, I suppose. Draw your sideboard cards, not winning. Probably not playing powerful enough answers to the matches. And if you're like, your sideboard can be that tool. It can be something to radically transform matchups. Not really a fan of tinkering around the edges. Like, when you draw those cards, it should be just like very dominant and very strong. In formats like Legacy, where the card pool is that deep. Let me know in the comments what you think about sideboards. Favorite plans. I also really don't like transformational sideboards. I think they're generally garbage. Your main game plan isn't good enough to win. Cannibalizing your sideboard's probably not going to rectify that situation. That goes all the way back to people trying to Dark Ritual out Phyrexian Negators. Swerve on their opponents. It's going to outrace that. Have to answer it. A lot of mulling here. See if we can skip over that. All right, there we go. Matt beating out Polluted Delta. Pair of Lotus Petals. Ancient Tomb enables original Urza. I guess he's not the original. It's the first printing called Urza. There was Blind Seer from Invasion. Assassin's Trophy is going to take him out, but the construct remains. So, getting a 2/2 construct. Nothing else to do in hand. A little surprised. I wouldn't have been shocked if Urza would have allowed that Lotus Petal to tap for mana. Get out another, like, 2-drop Signet or a Chalice or something. Lines. Guess that would have already been played. Leovold, and now Salvagers. Oh, and the Lion's Eye Diamond. So this is super dangerous. Absolutely lethal here. We've got a Salvagers on board. A Lion's Eye Diamond. This is the whole deck right here. This is the point. Lion's Eye Diamond, be able to tap for 3 white. So 3 white mana, gonna return that to hand. Oh, Matt's got some interaction. We have a Endurance, but yeah, Ben can actually just pay the extra to return the LED in response. So infinite mana, casting Gyruda. Oh, this is just exactly how you draw it up. So this Endurance, absolutely nothing. Brushed aside as there's extra mana. Gyruda comes in, mills 4 cards for each player, and actually finds the Walking Ballista, a very convenient card when you have infinite mana, as the Walking Ballista comes down and absolutely wrecks Matt's day, taking him out in a very clean kill for Bomberman.